Today, we're talking about the cost of living in Toronto. Toronto is the largest city in Canada, and within its borders, there are many suburbs and hundreds of neighborhoods. So, what does it cost to live here? I'm Doug Heldman, and this channel is all about living in Toronto. The current Canadian inflation rate is 2.7%, and the target rate for the Bank of Canada is 2%. So they've got a little ways to go. June inflation declined to 2.7% from 2.9% in May. So we are headed in the right direction. Over the past few months, shelter is responsible for 2/3 of Canada's annual inflation. Wellesley Institute's Thriving in the City series aims to quantify the resources people need to live in Toronto, and I've relied heavily on that report for these numbers in this video. The report considered the costs for a renter of a one-bedroom apartment in the city who does not own a car. So if you're a family of 4, you have to make adjustments. Groceries, big one, $420 a month. There are less expensive alternatives in places where they sell the same products but charge you more just for the experience. So choose wisely, my friends. Transit pass, $1,740 per year. The city's public transit system, known as the TTC or the Red Rocket, covers buses, streetcars, and subways. A monthly TTC pass costs you about $156, but the TTC is often quicker to get across the city if you think about traffic and construction slowing down that traffic. There's also a GO train, which is the provincial government's bailiwick that runs intercity trains and buses that I'm not going to get into here because not everybody is going to use that to travel within the city. However, in some cases, it makes a lot of sense. Of course, there's always taxis, Uber, Lyft, or short-term rental cars available for a fee that make living without a car doable if you live in the big city. Rent, another big one. $1,750 a month for a one-bedroom. It really depends on what part of the city you live in. And the good news is that rents are edging down slowly and ever so slightly. Tenant insurance, $200 per year. So that's about $15 a month. Books, newspapers, magazines, subscriptions, you can budget about $300 a year for those. And the occasional social outing, say a trip to the art gallery, or a Blue Jays game, or the museum, are part of the mix, and they budgeted about $630. Home, internet, and smartphones. These are pricey because there's not very much competition in Canada for these providers. So you got to think about $80 a month for an internet plan from a discount carrier, and a smartphone plan will run you about $75 a month after you buy the phone. One more way to get around Toronto is bike share. There are more than 700 kilometers of bike lanes across the city and more than 700 stations with 7,000 bicycles and e-bikes, and it can be a great alternative. Real estate prices. The average detached house in the city is about $1,750,000. The average semi-detached house will set you back about $1,280,000. The average attached townhouse is just over $1 million. And the average condo is going for about $760,000 at the moment. And all of those prices are down from the same month last year, from 1% to up to 9%. We have just had our second round of interest rate cuts with more expected over the next 12 months. That is designed to kickstart the economy and the real estate market. So look for those prices to increase over the next year. If you want a free daily market update on prices in some of Toronto's best neighborhoods, contact me through the calendar app below or send me a text to set up a call. I'm happy to help. Childcare. Childcare costs can be significant. Here are some points. Childcare expenses vary wildly, but on average, parents in the city are paying from $900 up to around $1,500 per month per child. Subsidies. Fortunately, there are subsidies available for daycare. These subsidies help reduce the financial burden for families. However, not all daycares qualify for subsidy. So it's essential to check licensed versus unlicensed. Licensed daycares. These are typically more expensive but adhere to specific regulations. They are often located in commercial spaces or, if you are very fortunate, inside the school your child attends. Unlicensed daycares are often smaller and may operate out of people's homes. They're less likely to be subsidized. Research and considerations when choosing a daycare consider factors like location, quality of daycare, and whether it aligns with your family's needs. Interested in learning more about Toronto? For a free guide to the top 10 neighborhoods, just send me a text or an email. Let's discover the best Toronto has to offer together. Toronto's entertainment scene is fantastic. Comedy clubs, live plays, symphony concerts. Theater tickets start at about $50. Major sporting events start at about $60 and can soar to over $1,000. Major League Baseball, pro basketball, pro soccer, and of course, the Toronto Maple Leafs for hockey. So there's something for everyone. Properties, well priced, are selling in Toronto every day. People aren't really looking for a real estate agent when they contact me. They're looking for a solution to one of life's challenges. And that's where I come in. If you're thinking about buying or selling a house or a condominium and would like a market analysis for your current property, reach out to me. I'm Doug Heldman and I'm here to help. Hit that like button, comment with any questions, and subscribe for more insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.